think you know sports? Well, you don't know Jack. The You Don't Know Jack show starts now.
Welcome to the You Don't Know Jack show with Jonah, Aaron, and Carson. That's me. And you guys ready for the show today?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, we are ready for the show. Welcome to the You Don't Know Jack show. And we want to thank our sponsor, CarRental8.com. Use the promo code JACKSHOW5, that's capital J-A-C, capital S-H-O-W, and the number 5 at CarRental8.com. And let's get right into it. Russell Westbrook signs an extension with the Thunder, 3 years for a bundle of money, and it's $85 million for 3 years.
That
Aaron,
is quite a bit.
Aaron,
Wait, what'd you say?
3 years for $85 million, plus tax, contract, renegotiation here.
So that's like just about $30 million. Jeez, he's making a lot.
So, what did you think of the contract extension here?
I thought, wow, I can't talk today. I thought he should have went to Boston. I think if they could have kept Isaiah Thomas and like put him at shooting guard, then that could have been a really sweet team. What I heard though, they would have to give up Isaiah Thomas for Westbrook, so it'd be different. It was either that or the Lakers, and yeah, I wouldn't want to go there, but
Hey, watch it.
but yeah. I thought he should have went somewhere else, or at least tried to. I mean, but he wants to be loyal, and they just got out of Depot, and he wants to stick it to Durant, I guess. I don't blame him. I'd feel betrayed just like he was. So, and he got a lot of money. So.
Yeah, Jonah, what'd you think?
He should have went to the Warriors. No. I think it's good for him to stay where he's at, and I mean, I don't think they would make the playoffs again, but I mean, they might if they got more players, I guess. But yeah,
I got rid of that cancer Dion Waiters, so
Yeah.
it's true.
he'll have fun with the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Heat, they are going to win this finals next year.
No, you know what team I'm intrigued by, though, is the Bulls. Just because I want to see if Rondo can work that out with Wade and Butler. And
I'm going to say nah.
I don't think they'll be super good, but I'm interested to see how that'll play out for them.
All right, and so yeah, the deal for Westbrook is kind of debatable. Why did he stay? Why did he want to stay? But anyways, he did stay, and now Michael Jordan reacting to the extension. He says he sees himself in Westbrook. 30 years ago, he says, that's me. Aaron's rolling his eyes already. What is the problem with this comment?
Well, he's nothing like Michael Jordan at all. The only player to play like Michael Jordan was Kobe. They actually have like a lot of the same moves, and Kobe really mimicked Jordan pretty well.
With the hair too.
With the lack thereof.
The lack
Yeah.
thereof of hair.
Anyway,
Exactly.
I think Westbrook's more of an all-round player like LeBron. Less efficient, probably not as good of a leader, obviously, if LeBron's dragging teams to the finals and whatnot. And obviously I'm biased because I'm a big LeBron fan, but
No.
I don't agree. I don't agree with the comment at all. I guess it was spur of the moment. He probably just said that, didn't even think about it. But if I was Westbrook, I'd take it as a compliment, but I'd kind of be confused by it at the same time. So I don't know.
I think he's selfish, kind of like Michael Jordan was. I heard I've never watched Michael Jordan, really didn't see him play a lot, but everybody I hear from about Michael Jordan, they're like, he was selfish. Like, he was a selfish player.
That's why I said Kobe's like him.
Well, and you can say Westbrook's like him because Westbrook, he likes to kind of be selfish at times with the ball also.
That's kind of true. I mean, I think at first he was, but now he's actually looking for teammates now. Obviously, he's like a triple-double machine now, but yeah, I don't know. He's got to work on his leadership, and I personally, if they make the playoffs, they'll be like an 8th seed, especially they're out west, but we'll see how he does, I guess.
Also, if you want
Stick it to KD.
Yeah. Also, if you want to know more about our personalities and the teams we like, go to our personalities page on our website, youdon'tknowjackshow.com. Jonah, what'd you think about the Jordan comment on Westbrook?
I think it was probably like just, blowing smoke, and I don't really agree with it as much as, anybody else would, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now Billy Donovan, he says, I had no idea Westbrook was going to sign an extension. All these articles in the NBA are from thescore.com. Oklahoma City Thunder coach Billy Donovan lost one of his 2 superstars, Kevin Durant, but then he gets Russell Westbrook back, and he said, I didn't have any idea, when it alludes to Westbrook's extension.
How does he not know?
Yeah, I don't know how you don't know. So, but he says he had no idea they were working on an extension. So, what does that lead you to believe about Michael Jordan or not Michael Jordan? About Billy Donovan? Like, is he not involved in ownership at all, or does he have an input?
He should know. I mean, I don't know. Like, you would think like Westbrook would tell him himself or something. I don't know. I mean, if that were me signing an extension, the coach would be like one of the first people I would talk to about it.
Yeah.
Like, how's that not even? I don't know. I don't get it. There's something shady going on there, but.
Yeah. Jonah, what'd you think about that?
Well, I thought that the head coach or whatever would have the say on an extension or whatever. So, I mean, if it were to, come down to it, I wouldn't see how he wouldn't know about an extension.
Yeah, that's definitely a question right now is why would Billy Donovan not know about it? Why would he not even, show any interest? He didn't even seem like he was showing really any interest in it either. I mean, we never really talked about it, any of that stuff, he says. My conversations with Russell were always about the team next season, what we have to do, how we need to play.
Well, then he did know that he was going to resign technically if they were talking about the team next year.
But he says he didn't have any idea, so I don't get what he...
But why would Russell be talking about the team with him next year if he wasn't going to sign an extension? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he still has 1 year left on his deal.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, but...
Well, not anymore.
But, yeah, so it's kind of confusing a little bit. So now, we're going to end the NBA topic by doing some yay or nay again this week. Until Jonah comes up with a better name. Right,
Sure.
All right, so yay or nay to... Westbrook will regret this extension or decision to sign an extension. Aaron, yay or nay?
I'm going to say yay because, like I said, I would have liked to see him go elsewhere, but, yeah, I don't know. I think they're not a terrible team by any means, but I think that he obviously wants a ring just like every player would, but I don't know. It depends on how Oladipo plays and how they mesh, and
And Cantor with Adams mixed in there too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should be interesting. Jonah, yay or nay? Westbrook will regret the extension.
Well, I'd say yay because I don't think. I mean, they would have less of a chance, or Westbrook would have less of a chance to go into the playoffs again if he stays with the Thunder. So I mean,
Well, there's no if he is.
well,
staying.
I know, but since he's staying with the Thunder, I don't see him like going very far with the Thunder.
Like I said, like 7th or 8th seed at best, I think. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they're healthy.
not what they were last year.
No, obviously not.
So yeah, I'm gonna agree with those guys too. I think Westbrook is going to regret the extension and regret not going to LA. Okay.
No, Celtics.
Michael Jordan truly believes Westbrook is younger version of himself. We already talked about this. Let's just confirm, Jonah.
Nay.
Yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nay. All right. So now we have another yay or nay. This is Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan thought Westbrook was going to be traded. Aaron, yay or nay?
I'm gonna say nay. He didn't know about the extension, but he didn't seem like, too negative about it. He wasn't. I mean, obviously they didn't talk about him going elsewhere either. They didn't talk about him staying or going elsewhere. They just talked about the next season. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like he needs to get in touch with the ownership there to kind of be involved in that, but whatever, I guess.
Jonah.
I'd probably say nay as well because it wasn't really specified if he was actually going to be traded, and it wasn't like he said it wasn't specified if he was going to stay either.
Yeah, there was rumors, but
So it was kind of up in the air.
there's rumors
that.
about everything nowadays.
I'm going to say yay, he did think he was going to be traded. And I think that he did because his reaction at first, he's like, no, I had no idea they were working on an extension. I'm not saying he thought they were going to trade him before the season, but I think that he thought that they were going to trade him before the end of like the next offseason or something.
That would have made his job that much harder, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, here's another one. Billy Donovan wanted him to be traded.
No, I just said, pretty much just said my
Yeah,
answer.
I know. You came in. Jonah.
Obviously not because he's like the only remaining star that they have really.
Every
I'm kind
team
of mixed
needs a
on this
star.
one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mixed on this one.
Every team needs a star.
I'm going to go 50-50 on it. So, may. Maybe.
Okay.
All right, and here is the last year and A for NBA. Then we'll get to college football. All right. Team USA will not use a game. Oh my gosh, this is not going as well as we could have had it go. All right, Team USA will not lose a game at the Olympics. Yay or nay, Jonah?
I'd probably say nay because I mean they're what? Anyway, I'd probably say nay because they're
They're such a great team.
yeah, because they are pretty much stacked on.
Unbeatable.
Oh, he said
Unbeatable.
nay. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Wow.
Oh,
I thought he
All
was
right.
saying they were going to lose the game. I was like, what?
Yeah.
They're winning by like 50 points.
they're gonna
every time.
lose.
They're
all
gonna
right?
lose
They're gonna lose
every
to
single-
Germany.
They can have, not that I want this to happen, but
Every
they can
single
have
game.
half their team get injured and still not lose a game.
Yeah.
Because they're that far ahead of everybody else.
You know what they should do? They should have college, like the just drafted college players, just drafted in the NBA. Those should be the players that are playing on the USA team. I
Well, a
think.
lot of players are risking like their careers. Like Paul George almost lost his career,
Yeah.
you know. At least a good chunk of it. He only missed a year, thankfully. But, yeah, that's risky.
All right, and that is it for NBA. And now we will move to college football. College football, we'll talk First of all, about the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawkeye football coming around the corner.
Go Iowa State. What?
Oh.
Who said that?
Who said
Jonah.
that?
Yes.
All right. We're going to take a look at the Iowa Hawkeyes 2016 football schedule.
It's going to be another easy schedule.
All right, here's the first 4 games, or actually 3 games before
They're
the
number
first
15
conference.
They're number 15, I think, in the polls. to start
We'll
off.
get to that in a little bit. First of all, we're going to take a look at the schedule. First 3 games, Miami of Ohio, the Red Hawks
Big Ben.
at Kinnick Stadium. And it's Saturday, September 3rd at 2:30 in the afternoon on ESPNU. That's the first game. And what do you think about that game? Not necessarily win or loss. What do you think the competition level will be? Aaron?
Probably not very good. Like I told you before, they beat them even when they had Ben Roethlisberger. I think they beat them pretty good, but I don't even know who any of their players are. Miami of Ohio. So
They have a team.
yeah, they're still around.
Watch, they'll still beat the Hawkeyes for some reason.
No, I hope it's not like last year where the Hawkeyes were good and then once they faced actual competition, they kind of collapsed. So I hope it doesn't go that way. But who knows?
And then you had Iowa State for the second game. Jonah, what did you think about the competition for, first of all, Miami, and then we'll talk about the Iowa State?
Well, I don't know really much about college, but the way you guys are making it seem is Miami isn't good, like at all. So
Jonah, you know everything about college football. Now talk about it.
yeah, totally. And then Iowa State, obviously, it's going to be a pretty tough game because, you know, it's a rivalry and whatever. Shut up.
Jonah loves Iowa
I
State.
can't talk. Yeah.
And he loves the Steelers.
And I love the Giants.
And the Eagles. And
Yes.
the Redskins.
Just like your grandpa.
Oh.
Ooh.
So anyways, yeah, Iowa State obviously is going to be a big game. And honestly, I see Iowa losing this one. But I don't think they will.
No. Iowa won't lose until the Big Ten championship, probably again. Yeah, probably.
You weren't supposed to yet do that.
Do what?
You weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, sure.
All right, and then we welcome
Knock
in
on
Carson
wood.
Wentz. Just kidding. We welcome in North Dakota State, though, the Bison. And
easy
the
one.
the first 3 games are at Kinnick Stadium.
Oh, come on.
And 6:30 on the Big Ten Network is the Iowa State game, and then on Saturday the 17th, it's North Dakota State at Kinnick Stadium, 11 o'clock a.m. in the morning on ESPN or ESPN2.
So they essentially have 3 warm-up games.
Yeah. And then they play
And they're going to get
another
killed.
warm-up game next week, but we'll get to that in a second. So North Dakota State should be an interesting game. North Dakota State has been really good in Division II or whatever division they're in.
Didn't they beat somebody last year, didn't they?
Yeah, I think
Or 2
did
years
they beat
ago.
Minnesota or something?
Iowa State.
Or something? Yeah,
I
something
think.
like that.
Yeah, something.
But yeah, it could be a dangerous team, even though they don't have Carson Wentz anymore. That could make it not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 3 warm-up games right there.
And then we'll jump ahead to the following week. Yeah, I think it's kind of, I'd say the first 3 games are really easy, and then you got the 4th game at Rutgers.
Oh, come on. Give me one tough
It's
team on
like-
the schedule.
Is this like even
This is like a joke.
Is this
Seriously.
yeah? But we know the Hawkeyes like to choke them away sometimes, so we gotta
True.
still
Got to make that record. But
yes. There will be a couple tough games coming up here pretty soon, but then we go after the Rutgers game. We come back home and we play at Kinnick. And that'll be Northwestern. The Wildcats of Northwestern. Pat Fitzgerald will lead his team.
That'll be a good one because
we always struggle against Northwestern almost always, except for the last couple of years.
I thought we killed them last year, but it was like 30 to, I don't know what it was, 30 to 10 or something like that.
Yeah. The year before was even worse, I think. And then the years before that, it was always really close.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
John doesn't know. It's okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Being an Iowa State fan.
I watched a few Hawkeye games.
He's going to get into it this year, aren't you, bud?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's into it. He's getting into it, guys.
I'll be more into that fantasy, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. All right, and then you got the Golden Gophers.
Ooh,
the Golden Gophers, as I always call them. Sorry, Minnesota fans.
They killed us 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know they did. Shh.
We don't talk about that.
Like, ever.
They do have their returning starting quarterback, Mitch Leidner.
Oh,
he's going to be the best quarterback in the draft. Come on. That's what Minnesota people are saying.
I would take
That's what-
Beathard over him any
That's
day.
what Todd McShay is saying. He's like, yeah, Mitch Leidner is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the draft. I'm like, no.
How does he figure that?
No.
I think Beathard might be, but
Yeah, Beathard might be. Maybe a little bias there, but still.
yeah, whatever. I like him. Bye.
There's not a lot for Minnesota right now, I don't think. Their program is kind of in
They had a couple of good years where they were coming back up,
but ever since their coach kind of got that
yeah,
deal with his seizures and stuff, that kind of went
tragic.
down, which is sad,
Yeah.
but yeah. And so then that's at TCF Bank Stadium, the former home of the Minnesota Vikings, by the way.
Oh,
nice.
They are now
no, we should say boo, but
at the new bank,
too late.
the new bank stadium, U.S. Bank. Anyway, then we go to Purdue, another great road test.
Did they get Drew Brees back?
Yeah.
That would be good.
That would be
Or
a good.
Kyle Orton?
I think I would still get him.
I don't know. Kyle Orton back in the day, man.
No.
When he played there, he was really good.
So then we go to Purdue.
Purdue.
Some sugar.
Then we come back home, and this could be a tough game, possibly. Wisconsin Badgers come to town.
Not really.
Possibly.
No,
The toughest.
It actually was a tough game last year.
Probably the toughest
Yeah.
of the games that we've seen on the schedule up to this
It
point.
was like 10-6 last year, I think.
Yeah.
And we beat them because we made a goal line stand or something.
Yeah, that
I
was-
remember. Like they fumbled near the goal
That
line.
game was awesome. I hated the no scoring, but it was still
I think
pretty
I was
sweet
at
to watch.
Work, so I was game casting it, but yeah, Desmond King had 2 picks in that game, I think.
Desmond King had an interception. There's a surprise.
Oh, he's gonna be good in the NFL. What?
He's gonna be good
Knock
his
on
senior
wood.
year.
Totally.
We gotta cherish the every moment with Desmond King this
He's
year.
got to come to the Cowboys.
No.
Yeah.
Skull, Desmond King.
No.
He's coming over.
Nah. They don't need help
He'll be-
on defense.
No, not really. Then we have a week off on October 29th. And then we go to Pennsylvania to face the Penn State Nittany Lions. Oh my goodness.
I haven't played them in a while, have we?
It's a primetime game at 6:30. I don't think we played them
Like the last 2 years, I thought.
much last year or so.
That was like 3 years ago on a prime time.
Yeah, we played them when they had like that Clark,
Hackenberg.
that quarterback Clark. I remember
Oh.
that one. That's been a while ago, but yeah, we played them 1 year too at Kinnick, and yeah. But yeah, now we got to go back there again. It's a BTN game, and then the following week, that could be the toughest game on our schedule. Michigan.
Easy. Just
The-
kidding. That'd be tough.
The Wolverines.
Gotta watch out for Harbaugh getting in a fight with Ferentz over there.
Yeah.
Oh, nuts over there. So
We do get that game at home though, and it's on ABC and ESPN2 on Saturday, November 12th at 7 o'clock.
that'll be a fun one.
That will.
I haven't played
Sure,
with them.
sure.
They don't. Rudock, where did he go? He went to the Lions or something.
Yeah, I think he went to the Lions.
Or the backup.
Sucks we can't play him. That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
Playing his former team. Got no reaction to that?
No, nope. We're good.
Yeah, Rudock
No, that would've
getting
been-
his revenge. I mean, losing.
That would have been terrible. All right.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Going on. Jonah, do you have an opinion on any of the schedules?
Not really.
Tell him we're going to beat Michigan.
Go Big Blue.
No.
Wait, what? Did I say that? I mean,
Well, I don't know if
go
we'd beat
Hawks.
Michigan or not.
Jonah.
I mean, I saw some games Michigan played last year, and they were actually pretty good. So,
Yeah, well, you got Coach
Stop it.
Harbaugh there, you know.
dude, Harbaugh is the best coach in the world.
Jeez.
Save it and get out of the way.
Even though he lost to his brother in the Super Bowl.
And then we go at Illinois the following week, Saturday,
It's 'cause of the
November
lights turning
19th,
off.
and that should be an easy game. Illinois is kind of down right now.
Illinois is the best team in the Big Ten.
Dude, seriously.
Oh, they are pretty great.
Iowa's the worst,
That'll be
right?
another.
Hey now.
Illinois will be a seller team again. And
Yeah, all right.
have
Yeah.
they ever been good in football? Like,
Oh, they've had some good years, yeah.
I don't
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Or no, wait, didn't they have Cordell Stewart? No, that was Syracuse.
Confused by the orange.
Yeah, they're both like the same team.
All right, and then we close out the Friday
Yay
after
or nay?
Thanksgiving.
No, I'm just kidding. Not yet.
The Friday after Thanksgiving with Nebraska back at Kinnick Stadium.
Yes.
And that should be interesting.
We always like exchange games with them. They'll win one year, we'll win next, then they'll win, then we'll win, then they'll win.
Yeah.
That's what it
It's
seems
become kind of an interesting rivalry now
Yeah.
with them.
like. Well, Nebraska sucks, so just for all you listeners out there.
So, undefeated, here we go. Right?
The only loss
maybe-
I could see would be Wisconsin or Michigan.
I'd probably say they'd lose maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so
That.
we'll talk about record prediction in a minute here. Underrated player on offense for you, Aaron. Who do you think's an underrated player on the Hawkeyes offense coming into this season?
C.J. Beathard. I think a lot of people still don't realize. And like last year, he was playing not fully healthy. I know that people are going to be like, "Oh, excuse," but he had a lot of lingering issues.
He outplayed Connor Cook in that bowl game
Yeah,
in the Big Ten championship. Sorry.
he had a lot of lingering issues, like some ankle stuff and whatever. I guess everybody gets banged up, but there was one point where like he was really struggling to even like walk on it, or like to even
Yeah.
walk on and off the field. And he runs a lot. He's a mobile quarterback, so that'd be tough on him. But I think he's going to have a good year, especially if they kind of open it up on offense a little bit more. Hopefully someday.
Yeah,
Just
hopefully.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can only hope. So, now, Jonah.
I'd probably say their running back core.
I like
kinda
it.
Underrated.
I like it. I like that pick. Dang it, he
Who
took
did they lose anybody at running back?
No, I believe.
They got
I
Wadley.
believe
Look out
Yeah.
for Wadley.
Wadley,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
still have LaShawn Daniels, I believe.
Yeah, he's the bruiser.
He
Look
the
out for
bruise.
I think. Do they still have what was his name?
Cotton Zero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Counting zero?
No. Cotton Zero. Whatever.
Cat
it
and
is.
Zero,
Yeah,
the
Cat and
kicker
Zero.
for the Cardinals.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought that was his last name.
Kanzeri. No, it's
It's something like that.
Jordan
right?
Kanziri.
Kanzeri.
Kanziri.
Kanziri,
Yeah, I think he's done.
Oh.
I think he's done. I think.
Damn.
I wasn't a huge fan of him.
He had some injury issues in his career.
I think Wadley, speed back, and then Daniels will be the.
Yeah, Wildly is gonna.
They need to get Wiseman back. Wiseman for Heisman.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's that for that part of it. I'm gonna say, for those guys, I'm going to say underrated player on offense is Matt Vandenberg this year.
Jeez.
And I think he's going to have a pretty solid year with Tevon Smith gone.
That sucks.
And
I was starting to like
they do have another rookie that came on, or not rookie, freshman, that came on last year for the Hawkeyes. I can't remember his name, actually. Another wide receiver.
I think,
but he could be interesting, but I think Vandenberg is the big
Vandenberg
target.
reminds me of
Wes Welker.
Tim Dwight.
Oh, Tim Dwight.
He played for the Hawkeyes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of a mix of him and probably Wes Welker type of a guy. Or Greg Camarillo. Or Amendola.
Amendoli. Julian
Amendoli likes ravioli.
Julian Edelbug.
So, what do you guys got for the prediction this year for the record?
11-1. They'll probably lose to Michigan, honestly.
Let's make sure we got the right amount of games.
They'll beat Wisconsin, but... Or no, that's not 11-1. I'm an idiot.
There's 12, you're right.
Oh.
So it'd be 11-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, plus a bowl game, so then... Well, we don't know who they play, but...
Yeah,
if they
we're
make
talking
the
regular
playoffs.
season right now.
Regular season.
Regular season. Jonah, 11-1 sound good to you, or you think it's going to be
He's
worse?
going to say 10-2. He's done.
I'm gonna say undefeated.
Okay.
I've been right before.
He thinks undefeated, and I think
You're saying 10-2.
Yeah, he
True
is.
Fan. There he goes.
I'm going to say 5-4.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
5-7. No, just kidding. I'm going to say probably 11-1 also.
Yeah.
I was going to say 10-2, but Wisconsin. Oof. I don't think
Can't
they're
see
good
them
enough.
losing 2 games.
I think they'll lose to Michigan. And I think they will probably make the Big Ten championship game.
That'll be funny if they lose to Wisconsin and beat Michigan.
That would be.
We'll be like,
That would be
oh,
such a
wow.
Hawkeye thing, though, too.
Yeah.
All right, now we are going to go to the AP Top 25.
Oh, Hawks are 15.
I believe you're wrong.
Well, the one I checked.
This is from CBSSports.com. This is the AP.
I think the one I looked at was from ESPN.
Well, this is the AP. There's a coaches poll, and there's another.
Well, the one I looked
Poll.
at had the Hawkeyes at 15. So I don't know.
Yeah. So now we got Alabama ranked number 1. Clemson.
Clam son.
Getting my
Clam
southern,
son.
getting my southern twang on. Clemson ranked number 2. Stanford 3. Ohio State number 4. Oklahoma 5.
Stanford's got the guy who killed Iowa. The Iowa killer.
Yeah. Oklahoma 5. Michigan State 6. I think Michigan State's gonna have a down year, in my
Probably.
opinion.
Probably.
TCU is number 7.
What?
Houston, the Cougars, number 8. The Hawkeyes are number 9.
Oh, I like that
They're
poll
down.
better then.
They're actually down 3 from where they were. I think they were. That must have been at the end of last season or something. But then Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Michigan only ranked 12. A lot of people have Michigan in the top 10 already. Baylor, Florida State, North Carolina, LSU, Utah, the Utes, Navy, the Navy midshipmen, Oregon, Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Northwestern Wildcats, and then you got the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers at number 24. They were 12-2 last year, I guess. And then Florida's ranked 25th.
Florida's all the way down. Huh?
So, kind of an interesting
That's a weird
poll right now.
That's a weird one.
Actually, that would be a little bit weird because because it's not because that was last off season.
I was gonna
that was
say.
this was the
Get your-
26th for some reason.
Get your paperwork right.
Thanks for all your
I
help.
told you the one I saw had Iowa at 15.
Okay, here's the coaches poll right now. Here's the coaches poll right now. It's Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma, Florida State, Ohio State, LSU, Stanford, Michigan, Notre Dame, Texas. No, just kidding. Tennessee is 10. Michigan State 11, Ole Miss 12, Houston is 13, TCU 14, Iowa is 15, as you said. You're right. That's the coaches poll. I don't know why AP poll was still last year's. Georgia, USC, Washington, Oklahoma State, North Carolina, the Baylor Bears, Oregon Ducks, Louisville Cardinals, UCLA Bruins, and the Florida Gators. And that is as recent as the 9th of August. So that's pretty good. So, what did you think about these rankings there, Jonah?
I think they were pretty accurate.
We'll have to see once the season starts. And
Okay, Jonah.
he just said his.
Thanks, man.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, I think a lot of them will probably be pretty far off once the season actually starts because they tend to put teams that probably shouldn't even be in there.
Hawkeyes number 1.
Yeah, no. I think they'll be in the top 10 probably by the season, and especially if they go undefeated. But, well, with their schedule, it's not that big of an accomplishment. If they win the Big Ten championship this time around, which they should have done last year, well, they would have got killed either way. Stanford, Alabama, either way. So, it doesn't matter. I don't think they would have gotten beat as bad as Michigan State did
No.
against Alabama.
That would have to
Didn't they get shut out?
Yeah, I think so. It was bad. Anyway, so who do you got? I think the predictions were a little off. Who do you got in the Final Four?
Oh,
Aaron.
Alabama. Probably Clemson again. I'm gonna say Iowa's gonna make it this year. Not saying they're gonna win the national championship, but I think they'll win the Big Ten this year. Because Ohio State lost a lot of people, Michigan State lost a lot. All those teams lost a lot of people, and Iowa kept a lot of good players, or has a lot of good returning players. So Iowa, Alabama, Clemson, and I don't know. I would have to say, who's the top 5 in the poll?
Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma,
I was gonna say Oklahoma,
Florida State,
but I was like,
and Ohio State.
I'm torn between Oklahoma and Florida State on that one. So those are the two teams that popped into my head. I'm gonna say Oklahoma.
All right, here's mine. I'm going to say Clemson, Oklahoma, and I'm also going to put in there Stanford.
Okay. They got McCaffrey, so.
And I am going to put in Michigan.
I don't like that.
So, that's my big four, my final big four. Jonah!
Way to have faith in your team.
Yeah,
Sorry.
totally. I'd probably say Michigan.
No faith.
Clemson.
He's copying my ball.
These
I'd
guys
say
aren't Hawkeyes.
Alabama. And Ohio State, probably.
They both
Two
can't
Big
be in
Ten
there,
teams?
can they?
Can they?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So, Ohio
gotta be
State or
a-
Michigan, one of them's got to leave, and you got to add somebody else.
Oh. Say. I'd say Michigan and Oklahoma, I guess.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. All right, so that's that for the AP,
Oklahoma.
Sam Bradford.
the AP top 25.
Rams.
And our final four now, some yay or nay. Hawkeyes will make the college football championship this year. Aaron.
I obviously. Excuse me.
Sneeze.
I predicted that. So, already. So,
Yes.
yes, they will.
Jonah?
Yeah,
go
I
again?
think they will.
Oh, you're going against your prediction. All right.
What?
Wait, what?
Do you not know how this works?
Uh,
So take Michigan out of your prediction and put Iowa in there, and then it would be A.
oh, okay.
You pretty much just contradicted
Yeah.
yourself.
I don't know. I don't
broadcast.
follow college football. All right.
Yeah, he's still
So,
inexperienced. He's just getting into it.
Yay or nay? Nay?
Well, for my prediction, it'd be nay.
Okay. All right, and I'm actually changing my prediction. I'm going to say the Hawkeyes will be in the championship,
He's a
and they're going to
Hawkeyes
beat
fan again.
Michigan.
He's a Hawkeyes
They're going to beat
fan
Michigan
again.
in something.
Guys, he switched.
I switched again.
He switched from a Michigan fan back to a...
I hate Jim Harbaugh, actually.
Jonah's still a Michigan fan.
All right. So, yay or nay, Hawkeyes will win no less than 10 games.
Wait, no less? So that'd be nay, right?
You would say that they would, so it
Win
means
less.
they wouldn't,
If you say yay, then it means they wouldn't win 10 games at least.
yes.
You said
so,
no more.
Yes, so no, they will not win less than 10
You
games.
should have just worded that. Will they win?
Yeah, will they win
10 or
10
more?
games or not?
Will they win 10 or more? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just say that. We obviously
Yes.
predicted that.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I will agree. And the AP poll, well, now it's the coaches.
The Adrian
the coaches
Peterson
poll.
poll.
Yeah.
The coaches poll got it right. Yay or nay?
I guess yay for now. I mean, like I said, there's probably some teams that are too high, too low, shouldn't be in there. Hopefully,
Michigan.
Iowa will be higher. And,
Michigan should be higher, I think.
yeah, probably. Yeah, because they got a lot of guys returning and stuff too. So, and they're coaching, so it'll be good.
Jonah?
I'd probably say nay because like nothing's really set in stone.
Well,
Okay.
they have to put
Yeah.
out a rank. They have to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, obviously,
I kind of say nay on.
obviously
some.
things are gonna
I'm kind
change.
of more nay because,
Yeah.
Nay.
like, yeah.
Teams are gonna
I
do better than.
made that up.
Oh.
So, anyways, so that's kind of us for that one. And now, yay or nay, Michigan should be higher on the poll. Yay or nay?
Yay.
They are ranked at 8 right now. Do you think they should be rated higher?
Yay. Probably top 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably.
I think Iowa
I'd,
should be higher too.
I'd agree to that.
Iowa should be top 10.
Yeah, I think Iowa should be higher in the top 10, and I think Michigan should be like 6 or something like that.
At least.
Yeah.
Just because all the hype that's going around.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to live up to it as much as people are saying yet, but I think next year and the year after that, Michigan's going to be really good.
Yep.
So, Iowa better win it this year. Bye.
Last chance for a while.
So, here's the next one. Alabama's program will start to fall off this season. Yay or nay, Jonah?
I'd probably say nay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, some teams, will falter, I guess.
Not them, no, because
Yeah.
Aaron?
not as long as Nick Saban's their coach, they're not going anywhere. Unfortunately, I know we're all sick of them, but
I disagree with both of you. I think they are going to start to fall off this year. I don't think they'll make the college football playoff, and I don't think they're going to finish first in the SEC.
that's tough because they're always there, It's like the Spurs or the Patriots, man. They're always there.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so the playoff will be larger next year. Yay or nay, Jonah? It's 4 teams right now. What do you think? Will it get to 6 or 8?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on, how teams do or whatnot. I mean, nothing's really set yet for for how many teams will make it, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
I think what he's trying to say is they have to see how this year goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there should be more. 4 teams is not near enough. That's kind of like,
Yeah, I think it should be like 6.
at least. I think 8. I think 8 max is what they should have.
Yeah,
And
no
they'll-
more than 8 for sure.
Yeah, they'll probably do that eventually.
Do 7. Somebody gets a bye.
7.
All right, so that is our college football talk, and we'll finish the show with some NFL talk coming up next. And here we are, NFL talk. Did you like that commercial break?
Yes.
All right, so we'll start talking with the Hall of Fame game. It was canceled due to field concerns.
Boo.
The official return of pro football will have to wait another 4 days. This article from NFL.com, written by Greg Rosenthal, the Around the NFL editor. And he said that the official return will have to wait another 4 days because the field turf was an issue, as I mentioned. Here is the quote from the Pro Football Hall of Fame president, David Baker. He said, "I was notified at 5:30 that there was a problem at midfield and in the end zones with some of the painting, that it was kind of congealing and rubberized, which meant players might slip on it. The folks with the field tried to remedy it by dropping some other pellets, but after talking to the coaches and staff for both the Packers and Colts, there was a concern they might not be able to do it. So they didn't play the game."
Well, safety first,
How unprepared was the NFL for this game? Like, seriously.
How unprepared are they for everything? Honestly.
Like, come on. I mean, you have all of a sudden this turf is acting up like the day of the game. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they should have had that figured out. I think they could have, rescheduled it for, the next day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see why you have to cancel it altogether. I don't understand that. But
Yeah.
a lot of people were probably there for that game, They were excited for it. I probably would have watched some of it even. But, yeah. Carson definitely would have watched it. He's a huge Packers fan.
Yeah.
You'll read
No,
that in
Pack, no.
you'll read that in his player or
His bias.
yeah.
My personality page.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you'll find out we're Giants fans, not Cowboys fans.
No.
Eli.
Jonah's got that Eli jersey on.
Eli.
Oh.
Eli 2016.
MVP, just like Jay Cutler, right?
Giants
Brandon
back to the
Marshall?
Super Bowl. Here we go.
Brandon Marshall says, Jay Cutler, MVP. Let's do this.
Drinking mocha.
So what'd you think of the NFL in this situation, Jonah? How bad of a look is that for how unprepared they were?
Well, that's basically when the power went out in the Super Bowl a couple of years back. I mean, it's kind of it's really unprofessional, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's very unprofessional by the NFL. Because...
What isn't unprofessional?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
isn't? Because,
Pretty much.
like Jonah said, that was a good point. The Super Bowl lights going out in more than one place, I think. It went out in the Saints Super Bowl when they had it in the Superdome, and I think it went out in another place at one time,
You
too.
look at, all the, suspensions and stuff like that and how poorly they're handled.
Roger
all
Goodell
that
is a
stuff.
terrible commissioner, okay?
Yeah. All that stuff.
He
So,
gets paid $30+ million to not
Make sure
have the
things
first
like
game
this
of the
don't
season
happen.
ready.
Yeah.
Seriously? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is where we
The
stand.
no
on
fun league.
that. Yeah, the no fun league. Yeah, let's get rid of special teams. It's part of the game, but let's get rid of it anyway.
At least there's fantasy.
Fantasy football.
Yes.
What should the NFL do for 9/11, Jonah? You have a strong opinion on this. We played games on
Well,
we played games on 9/11 before, and we've had some ceremonies before the games. But what could the NFL do better about trying to handle 9/11?
Well, I mean, you and Aaron were talking about this earlier, and anyway, we were basically saying that they have a full month of breast cancer, and they wear pink or whatever, and I think that they could, for like the first game, they could
at least like
they could do something.
wear something on their helmet or
Yeah.
like a patch or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jonah's not trying to be against breast cancer awareness,
No.
Yeah.
so don't get that confused.
No, I was just saying, like, I mean, that's
They
that's
make
all
that a
good
big
and
deal.
that's
and,
great,
and,
too,
And
yeah.
they should, because it is a big deal.
It is.
But
do
9/11 is just as much significance, if not more, than breast cancer, I think.
They do have
Yeah.
the month for the Army or whatever.
Yeah, but
But
That too.
yeah,
Yeah.
if the game's played on 9/11, there should be something like
should they suspend playing on 9/11? Should they not have a game on those Sundays, or should they just not? Should they have a bye week for the teams those days that week, or should
Well,
they
then
just
that-
play on a different day?
I don't see how they could do that. They have like contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have much room to move games and
It'd
stuff.
basically be like them not having school on 9/11, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't really
they'd
do
have
that.
to move too many things and
You can't really
like
play.
probably lose a lot.
You
of
can't
money.
really play the next day.
It's like the NBA
them,
playing
NFL.
games on Christmas Day too. It's kind of like, it's good TV, but at the same time, people are trying to.
There's not
Go back
much
to their
they can do about
families
it.
and-
They're,
Yeah.
like a lot of that's not even to do with the NFL. A lot of that's like the contracts they have with like Fox and
Yeah,
you
like
know,
they
stuff like that.
they have like a quota to.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna move to fantasy football, Jonah's favorite topic, if you couldn't tell.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna start with some over and unders and actually end with over unders, probably. So Antonio Brown had 136 catches last season, 1,834 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Aaron, do you think he will be under or over 136 catches this coming season?
He'll be right around the same. They don't have Le'Veon for the first 4 games, and they don't have Martavis Bryant. As long as Big Ben stays healthy, he'll be right around that area. Probably a little bit under, just because that's a lot of catches. But it depends, too, if Le'Veon can actually stay healthy when he comes back.
If not, they'll use
So.
any
Well,
other
D'Angelo
any
played
other
well
yeah.
last year, too. But
He did pretty
take
well.
away from what he did, but
Jonah, over or under 136 catches?
that's a lot of catches.
I'd probably say even, if not like a little bit over, because I mean, he did. I mean, yeah, Ben and him have like that connection, you know, quarterback to wide receiver.
This is my prediction. My prediction is Antonio Brown is going to have a monster year, like even bigger than last year, because Le'Veon Bell is going to be suspended throughout the entire season because he's going to get caught again. This is my feeling. And Antonio Brown is going to be the only offensive weapon, basically, for Ben Roethlisberger, and he's going to break the record for most yards in a season
So he's saying draft him.
and most catches and
Pick him up immediately.
maybe even most touchdowns. So I'm saying pick him up,
Yeah.
get him. He's a first-round pick. If
Maybe.
you don't get him,
He's a
and he's in
number
the
one
second
pick,
round,
I think.
you're
Yeah.
dumb. So
Remember last year we had somebody in our fantasy who had Ben and Antonio Brown, and he just like destroyed everybody. So
yeah,
it's a good combination to have.
I mean, just imagine if Martavis was in there and Bell is healthy, and no suspension. I mean, that team is gonna be like awesome. Like
I feel like they always
Their
fall.
defense still sucks.
Yeah.
They always fall short though. You know, like they get there and then they just tail off.
Yeah. Since their last Super Bowl championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, over under 1,834 yards. Jonah. You already know my answer.
Well, I'd say Ben will probably like throw a lot of really, really deep passes to Antonio and score a lot of touchdowns, and
He'll get
so
2,000 yards
I think it'll be over.
at least.
Yeah.
He'll probably break that record, honestly.
Yep, that's what my prediction is. And And over under 10 touchdowns. Aaron.
I'm going to give him 12.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say about, 13, 14, somewhere around there.
I'm going to say he's close to the record for most receiving touchdowns in a season, but he won't break that one. But he does break the yards.
It's like 22, isn't it?
What the record
I don't know
for-
what it is.
Randy Moss with the Patriots.
Yeah, probably.
Jeez.
Yeah,
But
22.
I think he might get up into the upper teens, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. 15, 16, maybe.
So that is my prediction for Antonio Brown. Now we'll move to a fantasy player that both Jonah and Aaron should like, Des Bryant.
Bounce back this year.
Yes, I think
So this isn't his numbers from last year because there wasn't a whole lot there for last year. So these are his career high numbers. 93 catches, over under.
I'll give him 95.
95, Jonah?
I'd probably say 100.
Yeah, 195, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 195.
195 catches.
All right, and I will say just a little bit under. I'm going to say 85.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
That's still a pretty good amount of catches, and I'm going to say
It's like 800, dude. Jesus.
800.
No, 8 under, you dinkus.
Yeah. A little bit under would be like 2.
Yeah, it would be like 3 or,
3.
you'd say 90.
Yeah.
You sure about that? 85?
85.
5, that's low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You still got Terrence Williams.
Yards.
You got Zeke.
Oh, yeah.
You got Jason Witten still.
That's true.
Gavo.
I think 2 years ago he had 90.
We got
Yeah.
Randall.
All right, so over under 1,400
Oh,
yards receiving. That's he's been over 1,400 like 2 or 3 times in his career. Over under Jonah.
I'd probably say over, like, around the 1,550,
I'm gonna give him
1,600.
1,600.
Yeah, around there.
Give him around 1,600.
I'd say he's at 1,200, so I'm going to go under. And touchdowns.
Unbelievable.
Touchdowns.
16 over under. Aaron.
I'll give him even.
Yeah, I'd probably say
He's a
even
touchdown
too.
machine.
I'd
Yeah.
probably say not even. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Romo
Romo.
I'm gonna say-
Romo throw to him.
I'm
Just
gonna
wait till we
say
get to AP's.
I'm gonna say
over-under.
15.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 15, so just one under.
We'll get him back for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Just like,
And here it is, Adrian Peterson.
Oh,
under.
Yeah. No.
no.
Go for it.
All right, so Adrian Peterson ran for over 300 rushes last year, and I'm setting the thing at 300 rushes. Over under.
Under. He's getting older.
Yeah, I'd probably say under 2 because I think
Under 2.
the Vikings will probably realize that they don't need to rely on him as much as they did last year.
Well, he's getting older too.
Yeah, that's
This is what I'm hoping, that it's under 300, but I'm going to say Norv Turner is going to just work him to death still, because I still think Norv
Yeah,
Turner
then
is...
he's gonna retire after.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to say he's going to get up to like 315 or 320.
Yeah, but if
He was
gonna have
at, he was
that
at like
Murray-
334 last
If
year.
you-
Had that
I mean-
Murray year of last year.
yeah, I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, but like if you're overworking him, he might end up getting
Yeah, he could get
majorly
hurt.
hurt,
Yeah.
and then
Gotta be careful
be
about
out
that.
for the rest of the season, and
I hope Norv Turner's not stupid, but I could see it happening.
like what happened with his,
All right, over under 1,500 yards rushing.
injury.
Aaron.
I'm gonna give him under. I'm gonna go probably about 1,250, 1,300.
Okay.
They'll pass more this year, I think.
I'd probably say about the same for me. Yeah, because
I'm going to say about the same for me. Just kidding. No, seriously though, I'm going to say probably in between the 1,300 to 1,400 range, and I think he's probably going to end up being in the top 5 in rushing, but maybe 4 or 3, but I don't think he'll be in the either 2 or 1. And then the next one is over under 10 touchdowns. I'm going to say even at 10 touchdowns. Jonah, what do you think?
I think he might get more touchdowns for like goal line stuff. So I'd probably say around 14 or 15.
No, you're supposed to say under. No.
No.
I think he'll get around 10 again, just because, like I said, I think they'll pass more, but
Okay.
we'll see.
They'll pass to him in the end zone.
And
He's
Tony
not much
Romo.
of a receiver
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
true.
Tony Romo. We're gonna do completion
Another bounce back
percentage.
year.
We're
Yep,
gonna do
yep, I
completion
think.
percentage for quarterback. His completion percentage, best in his career, I think, or his average in his career rather, is 65.3%.
That's pretty high.
Aaron, over under
I'll give him even, because he's usually around that
Yeah.
throughout the year.
because
He's kinda reliable
because
like
it's his
that.
average.
No, I mean, he's
Yeah.
he's always been a pretty accurate quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him
Once he
about
gets
that.
time behind that line, he's really
Once he gets back to going with Dez and all that, he'll be all right.
and Witten,
Yeah.
safety blanket.
Well, Witten helps his completion percentage a lot. 'Cause he
Yeah.
doesn't drop very many passes, but yeah, I'll give him about even on that.
Yeah, I'd probably say about the same.
He's just gonna agree with everything.
No, I mean, you can't really like say he would go above.
He's going to 40%, man.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't think.
That's what the haters say.
Yeah, for
I'm
me, I
gonna
don't
say-
think his completion could go any higher or lower.
Yeah, not
So.
really. It'll be about the same.
I'm gonna say it's gonna go to under, but I'm gonna say 64.5%. That
That shouldn't even count.
64.5%. So I don't think it'll be quite 65, but I think it'll be right around 64, 64.5, somewhere in there. So then we go over to yardage.
Should have just taken his stats, his and Dez's stats from 2 years ago.
Basically.
Yeah, the 12 and 4 year.
4,000 yards. Aaron, over or under?
I'll give him 4,200. They're not going to throw a lot, but he's known. He's one of those quarterbacks that can rack up yards.
Yeah,
When he's rolling, he can get like 300 a game.
once he gets Dez back in the game.
Yeah, once they get it going, and I think they'll throw to start the year quite a bit just to shake off their rust and kind of get Zeke like eased into the offense. But
Jonah, over under?
I'd probably say about even on that one. He's known for that.
I'm going to say over, and I'm going to say 4,100. And the next one, 35 touchdowns. I'm going to also say over. And I'm going to say he's going to get 39, one short of 40.
Oof.
I think
Jonah.
Go first.
I'd probably say over, obviously. I'd probably say with all
Was
with,
it really that obvious?
with like his weapons and stuff, and he can use like running backs in the pass game.
I don't think he's got any weapons.
So I'd say 43.
Jeez, I give him 38.
38?
Just because he's not known for like throwing 40 or 50 touchdowns. I mean, that's like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning stuff. But
I think he's gonna have like
I'll give him
A crazy
38 to
year.
I'll give him 38 to 40.
Okay.
Maybe 40. If
I think
he
Romo
does
will
really
have
well.
like one of the best
I just want him to stay healthy.
one of the best
At the
bounce
end of the
back
day,
years.
that's what I want. Yeah.
And
He's
now
gonna
the last question I have for you guys, and then if you
explode.
guys want to add something for fantasy-wise, you can. Tom Brady, where should he go in a fantasy draft this year since he's suspended for the first 4 games, but he would make a nice backup quarterback and eventually a starter,
I'd
possibly?
say if he's not gone within like, I don't know, probably round 4 maybe, I'd probably pick him
Yeah,
up
if he's there like
way down the line.
if he's there
yeah.
like round 5, I'll be like
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
And then when he comes back, you'll be like, I have
if
Tom
you
Brady.
were to like reach to like round 3 to get him, I'd say absolutely not. But
No, that's a
4
little
games
too
is
high.
a lot in
Yeah.
fantasy, but
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, I'd say 5th or 6th round if he was still
But for a
there,
backup,
I'd probably pick him up.
Dang it,
For a
that's what I was
backup,
gonna say.
he will definitely be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say 5 or 6 round, 5th or 6th round. Then if he's still on the board, like past that, then definitely go get him.
Yeah.
well,
Because if your other quarterback is
yeah.
hurt and you need one,
Or
then
if your other quarterback's struggling. Whatever.
See,
Eli
there's-
Manning.
there's another thing with that though,
Well,
like
Giants could be
if
interesting offensively.
you can either get a quarterback that's actually like really, really good and has a really good team, or you can get a quarterback that plays for a crap team like Drew Brees, that gets a lot of like garbage points. You could do that, which, helps your cause.
I had Drew Brees last year, and
he tore it up.
He was the best player on my team.
Because garbage points is what that is.
All right. Do you guys have any fantasy over-unders or fantasy things you want to point out?
I probably got a lot, but I don't want to go over the amount of time we did last time, so I better not even start with it.
Well, what's on my mind, I would say a lot of people would pick running back first, but what would you guys suggest first?
I'm thinking receiver because
Receiver.
Antonio Brown, Julio, Dez, Beckham, you got all these guys.
I hear people say that
You would pick.
I would get a running back in the first round, but I'm like,
There's
no.
the only guy I would get is Todd Gurley probably, or Jamal
And he
Charles.
would. Todd Gurley went
I wouldn't
last
get
year.
Jamal
I think,
Charles. He's too injury prone.
Last year,
And Le'Veon's out 4 games.
last year Gurley went pretty. Like he didn't go right
AP
away.
doesn't score extremely high in fantasy.
Oh, I
I'd
know
say-
that. I
I'd
know
say-
that firsthand.
I'd say Gurley, if any running back. That's like the only running back.
And he
So,
went like round 5,
There's
round
more
6.
receivers this year than running backs, I think.
Yeah.
With value.
So
Or
you
tight
would-
ends too.
you would
can get
say-
Gronk.
You'd say Antonio Brown first.
Yeah. Don't forget Gronk.
Yeah, I'd say a top 5 wide
Yeah, what would be
receiver
your-
or a top 5 quarterback in the first round.
What would be
Aaron
your
Rodgers,
top
I'd
5?
pick him if I was lower first round.
What would be your top 5 for wide receivers?
Antonio Brown, obviously, probably Julio Jones, Des Bryant,
I got
AJ Green,
There's one guy you're missing.
and I would probably say T.Y. Hilton. Is my
I
fifth.
would say Brown, Julio, Dez, DeAndre Hopkins, and AJ Green or Beckham. Obviously, we don't like Beckham.
Yeah.
know,
I'd probably say
DeAndre Hopkins.
I'd probably say Brown,
Look out for him.
Bryant, Julio, then AJ Green and Odell.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about Odell.
I just said that.
I would actually take T.Y. out and I'd put Odell in.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
mean-
say T.Y.
I mean, obviously,
that.
me and Aaron don't really like him, but he still does score
Yeah,
quite
he's
a
going
bit.
to produce.
I'd put Odell actually probably at third, right behind,
Well,
right
they
in
don't
front of
have a
AJ.
run- They don't have a run game either. Too,
Even though the
so
Giants
so that-
kind of suck. So
Yeah.
And they have to keep up with how much their defense gives
Yeah.
up too. So.
Well,
I mean, look at that.
Look out for DeAndre
Look at
Hopkins.
that,
That's the last thing I'm going to tell you.
you never know in fantasy with injuries. I can tell you that.
It's true. I mean,
So,
yeah, you can tell that the Giants.
Don't
defense,
forget about Gronk too.
yep, Gronk
You
and
can tell that the Giants' defense.
Jimmy
isn't-
Graham might
isn't
have
that
a
good.
bounce back here.
I had him last year. That was bad. Yikes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, this has been the You Don't Know Jack Show. You guys got anything else to add? Quick.
Nope.
Nope. Bye.
We're good.
All right.
Well, this has been the You Don't Know Jack Show with Jonah, Aaron, and Carson. We will see you next week. Probably going to talk more about the NFL and NCAA football, and maybe we'll add in some NCAA basketball as well. And again, Jonah's relevance in the conversations are going to kind of dwindle when we go to those issues. But
But fantasy. I
but
can talk about that.
fantasy
all he
and
wants to
all NFL. So, anyways, this has been the You Don't Know Jack Show, and we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.